What's poppin', savvy investors? It's your Savvy Investor Dex here, back with another banger. This is gonna be a pretty quick one. I'm answering a subscriber's question. They was asking me, what's a small succession? They said they never heard of it before. So I'm gonna dive into it two ways. The first way is the way I know. The second way will explain to you in a way that you can find out how it works in your state. So how it works where I'm at, we have small successions and we have big successions. Or I'm not gonna say big successions, just a regular succession. So a small succession is any estate that's under $125,000. Now, if it's a couple, a married couple, or if it's people together, it's $250,000. So basically, if there's two people deceased, then you could do it, and they have funds owed to them, and let's say it's $249,000. Well, you could do a small succession on them because that falls under the 250 range, which would be 125 for one person, 125 for the next person. That's the max that they allow in my state for a small succession. Now, the difference is a small succession, you're going to find the nearest relatives as possible, and you get one relative and another relative, and they sign off on the small succession, and you turn that into the courts, and whatever family members that is, they're deemed in possession of those funds or anything else that you're going after. If it's a regular succession, you have to track down all of those heirs, including like deceased heirs' kids or deceased heirs' moms. So let me give you an example. I've had cases where there's, we'll just say three claimants on there. And it was a pretty decent case. It was like 90 grand. I got in contact with them. Their mom had it was like three sisters, but they had separate moms and like the same dad. And one of them died. One of them died. And her mom wouldn't sign off to get the funds because we end up doing a regular succession because the other sister had started a succession already. Now, they didn't have to do that, but they had already got the ball rolling on it. They had already talked to an attorney, but they didn't know about the funds. But they had already spoken with an attorney, said, hey, our sister passed, we need to get the succession done. Once they did that, the attorney asked the proper questions. Was she married? Did she have kids? Siblings, mom and dad, that sort of thing. They spilled the beans, told the attorney, hey, she has like 2 kids, mom and dad still alive, we her 2 sisters, she got 3 brothers in like this state. And at that point, the attorney started the succession. But all of those people have to now sign off. Now, if they would have done a small succession, those 2 sisters could have signed off saying, hey, we're the heirs for these for our sister, and they're gonna put them in possession of whatever in her estate. That's how a small succession works. It's pretty much a quicker way to get a succession done if the estate is small enough. If you're dealing with a huge estate, then I don't know. You may not want to do it. Now, second part of this is you can take what I just told you, find the laws in your state in regards to succession or probate. It's typically what it's called, succession or probate, right? So take what I just told you, type in small probate. I think I've heard another term for it. I've heard them say like a short succession. I've heard that term used before. But you want to Google successions or probates in your state and figure out, do they have a small succession or a small probate? That's all it is, guys. It's not super confusing, but it is one of those things. If you know, you will get a lot more cases done. And these days, I do my own small successions. The attorney doesn't even do it for me anymore. I've seen so many, it's fairly cut and dry, and it saves me roughly $500 to $750 doing it myself versus giving it to my attorney. So, hope that helped y'all. Stay savvy. I'm out.